But Norway's Tiril Eckhoff had other plans. After skipping the North American World Cup stops to train, Eckhoff came out swinging like a rested prize fighter, and she scored a knockout, beating the French woman by a gap of 15 seconds. Significant, to say the least. She carries those 15 seconds advantage today, and she'll need them. Rising superstar German Laura Dahlmeier threw down the fastest ski performance in the sprint to grab bronze despite an early miss. She joins Dorin Habert just 5 seconds further back in the start pen today. And it doesn't get any easier for Eckhoff with world #1 Gabriela Sukalova and #3 Dorothea Wierer both looming a couple of missed shots time behind. It's a star-studded group of pursuers chasing the new hero of Norway. She's going to need further heroics to take the gold again today. The 2016 IBU Biathlon World Championships from Holmenkollen continue on day 3 with the women's 10-kilometer pursuit coming up. Welcome to continuing coverage of the 2016 IBU World Championships from Oslo. I'm Chad Somola, bringing you all the actioning happening in Holmenkollen this week. There you see number 7, Veronika Vitkova. She'll start in 46 seconds back. Susan Dunkley, the American story, really having an up and down season, mostly up lately though, as she finished 8th in the sprint competition, tries to become the first ever American to win a world championship medal on the women's side. She'll have Kaisa Mäkäräinen to deal with, as well as Franziska Hildebrandt. Eckhoff's brother, Stian Eckhoff there, the women's coach. And up and coming, Marta Olsbu. Second fastest course time on the day yesterday in the sprint competition, despite 2 misses, sits in 11th spot. And there is the golden girl from the sprint, Tiril Eckhoff. Eckhoff, amazingly, has only 2 career wins, and one of them was yesterday's sprint. Marie Dorin-Habert also, surprisingly, only 3 wins in her career, one of them this season. She won 2 of them at the World Championships last year. She's a defending champion. But Laura Dahlmeier from Germany is going to be hard to beat, because every pursuit this season that Dahlmeier has started, she has won. Gabriela Sukalova will have something to say about that, starting just a few seconds behind Dahlmeier in 4th. And Dorothea Wierer will start 5th, right behind Sukalova. It's the 10-kilometer pursuit competition. It's exactly what it sounds like. The entire field of 60 top competitors from the sprint yesterday will chase the winner at the time back that they finish in the sprint. A little bit of snow falling here at the Holmenkollen. A raucous crowd estimated at 20,000 people. Norwegians love their Nordic sports, and they love their biathlon. There you see the conditions. It's a little cooler than for the men's, cooling off, -1 Celsius, and the snow temp the same, 78% humidity. Humidity rising. Light bit of snow, 4 kilometers per hour. As we take a look at the women's 10-kilometer course, it'll be 5 laps of the 2-kilometer, a long climb out of the stadium, back downhill, down that sweeping turn back into the stadium. So it's basically a simple out and back climb from the stadium. The premium, of course, is on the shooting. 2 shooting stages from the prone position, followed by 2 shooting stages from the standing position. The prone is at a smaller target. You aim at the size of a DVD and have to hit the inside ring. That's about the size of the inside of a toilet paper roll. Again, they'll shoot first from the prone twice. As you see the start order, Tiril Eckhoff, a commanding lead really in a 7.5 kilometer sprint, an event that's usually determined by just mere seconds. 15 seconds is a wide margin of victory for Eckhoff. But with only 2 victories, one of them a surprise world championship win yesterday, one has to wonder if Eckhoff can muster the internal fortitude to hang on to this victory with those 15 seconds. Remember, 1 missed shot is roughly 22 seconds in the penalty loop. So really, Eckhoff has less than a cushion of a single missed shot to anybody else shooting better. Marie Dorin-Habert also, seems like Dorin-Habert, as the 2nd ranked biathlete in the world, would have a myriad of wins. But for her, she's got only 3 wins in her career. 2 of those were World Championships last year. She's got 2 silver, a gold medal in the mixed relay and a silver medal in the sprint. So Dorin Habert, really a big meet performer. She has not ever won a mass start. She's only won sprints and pursuits, so she likes these formats. But handicapping the field a bit, Laura Dahlmeier, the 22-year-old German phenom, finished 3rd in the bronze medal position. Every pursuit this season that she started, and it's only 3 of them to be fair, she has won. She won 3 pursuits in a row in Volkfilzen, Polkuka, and Ruhpolding earlier this season. In those pursuits, she started 6th, 2nd, and 4th. So a 3rd position from which to spring to the win for Dahlmeier is nothing new, and she's proven already this season that she is very formidable. But this is the woman they all have to beat, Tiril Eckhoff. They're calling her the Golden Girl of Holmenkollen. And the Norwegian crowd loves her. Very happy-go-lucky, very simple in her outlook, not a complex, doesn't overcomplicate the sport of biathlon at all. Marie Dorin Habert, very understated athlete, introverted by nature, but very fast on the skis. She can afford to absorb a penalty or 2 compared to everybody but probably Dahlmeier and Eckhoff. Dahlmeier is so fierce. Doesn't seem to be affected by any of the pressure of being the top German, the up-and-coming German, maybe the future Uschi Diesel for Germany, or Magdalena Neuner. Gabriela Sukalova will start 4th. She's the leader in both the discipline and the overall World Cup standings. Right behind her in this rank order, or in the start order, is Susan Dunkley, who has been skiing and shooting well. She missed 1 shot in the sprint that dropped her to 8th. Aneba Skam behind her. Number 15 there, you see, is the Chinese athlete Jianlin Tang, whom we know very little about. Hannah Dreisagacker from Vermont and the Craftsberry Nordic Green Team, having a great sprint for her. 18th place finish is her top World Championship performance of her career. We're just coming up on 5 seconds to start from World Championship action. Day 3 getting underway here at the Holmenkollen. Tiril Eckhoff is on course. And Dorin Habert will chase. 15 seconds back, she leaves the start gates. The athletes have to leave on their appropriate time. It is up to them to hit the right time as Dahlmeier takes the course. And she'll be followed by Gabriela Sukalova, Dorothea Wierer, Mona Brorsen, Veronika Vitkova, and Susan Dunkley, all packed together within 10 seconds. Not even 3-4 seconds between these athletes. Brorsen will go at 44, Vitkova at 46, Dunkley and Mäkräinen at 48 and 49. And this could be a very dangerous train of the top women biathletes in the world, with the ski speed of Mäkräinen and Dunkley likely leading that train forward and chasing Sukalova, Wierer, Dahlmeier, Dorin Habert, and Eckhoff. Jabushina now leaving. Hannah Dreisagacker in that distinct purple and orange suit for the United States will go next at 1:18. She'll go right out with Yurlova from Russia chasing her. And Vitozzi, Hecki, and Anderson. Hannah Dreisagacker has decided this will be her final season racing for the United States, and she's going on a high note for her. Back out on the course now is Tiril Eckhoff. First time check at 0.6 kilometers. Dorin Habert, she's skating down this gradual downhill. This downhill, the early downhill in this course, really hard as far as the downhill goes because it's not steep enough to actually just tuck and get the free speed. You have to work the downhill, which tires you out before you climb to the high point right here. Here's a time check. 2:06 into the race. Eckhoff started with a lead of 15 seconds over Dorin Habert. And it looks like that lead is growing as 15 seconds comes and goes, and there's still some real estate between Dorin Habert and the time check. 20 seconds, she's already at 1 kilometer, lost 5 seconds to Eckhoff. Dahlmeier, who started 20 seconds back, has lost 5 as well. So Eckhoff, perhaps being buoyed by the noise of the host nation crowd, is already 5 seconds up on the rest of the field. Sukalova started 38 seconds back. She's even with Eckhoff. So making time on everybody but the leader. Wierer started 38, she's 39 back. Borson 42 back, Dunkley 44 back. Dunkley's made up 4 seconds actually on Eckhoff. So right now, the United States Susan Dunkley taking it out fast, early in the women's 10 kilometer. Jury decisions for early start. No time adjustments for everybody. That means everyone was a good lady and got on the start gate the way they should have on the second or after the second that they were allotted. At the 1.3 kilometer mark, Tyrell Eckhoff goes through at 3:20.8. Skiing very fast. It's a fast start. The question is, does she know it's a fast start? So important to keep it together, the balance between shooting and the skiing. Every little bit you push in the skiing compromises just a little bit on the shooting. Dorin Habert's remaining at 20 seconds back. She's running the same distance back that she was at 0.6 kilometers. So Tyrell Eckhoff settling down a little bit, not pulling any more time out of Dahlmeier and Habert. Dahlmeier has gained 1 second on Eckhoff since the last time check, but a net loss of 3 at this game. Into the stadium for the first shooting. Very short bouts of skiing. It's so important in the pursuit competition to keep contact with the lead group as it forms. Right now, not much of a big group. There's a gap between Eckhoff, Dorin Habert, and Dahlmeier. And then Sukalova leads a chase group of about 8 strong. The dynamic of the pursuit, when you miss a shot, you can usually maintain contact with the area that you were competing before the shot. If you miss 2 in one stage, it's very devastating to the momentum of your performance. Crowd very loud at the moment, but you can imagine they'll quiet down for the shooting of Tyrell Eckhoff. Eckhoff, 5 minutes in, settles on point 1 for the prone shooting. First of 2 from this position. Takes a slight adjustment to the wind. Wind fluttering the red moon flags. And Eckhoff right away starts with a miss. Door is wide open. That will eat up all of her advantage, if not then some, if the other two, Dahlmeier and Habert, can shoot clean. Takes her time, gets it. Eckhoff doing damage control of that missed shot. Dorin Habert and Dahlmeier both start with hits. 2 for 2 for both Dahlmeier and Dorin Habert. Dahlmeier stops and takes his sight adjustment. Dorin Habert's 4 for 4, Dahlmeier's 3 for 3. Wierer starts shooting. Dahlmeier's 4 for 4. Dorin Habert is clean. Wierer's got 4 for 4. Dahlmeier's clean. Sukalova has 1 down. Wierer is clean for Italy. Dunkley's 3 for 3 for the United States. 4 for 4 for Dunkley. Sukalova is 3 for 3. Dunkley gets all 5. Great shooting from the women's field as Sukalova is having trouble and not shooting her final 2 shots. Borson has 3 misses, no surprise there. The young Borson finds herself in heady company after having never finished in the top 10 and finishing 6th in the sprint. She's melting down on the range as Vitkova has a loop. Dunkley sits in 5th, Wierer 4th, Eckhoff 3rd, Dahlmeier 2nd. Dorin Habert, your leader for France. Just like that, a swing and a lead change. Dorin Habert by 4.4 seconds over Dahlmeier. Eckhoff running 8.9 back, Wierer right with her, and Dunkley another 8 seconds back of that, and then a big gap of time to 6th. So right away, after one shooting stage, it becomes a 5-woman race. That includes a woman from France, Germany, Norway, Italy, and the United States. Many nations represented in the top 6. Varvanets comes through 41 seconds back. Then it's Hauser from Austria in 7th. Pedrushna in 8th, Vitkova 9th, Preuss moves up to 10th. And that is your top 10. Recapping the shooting of Dorin Habert. Just 8.9 seconds separating the top 4. Susan Dunkley by herself, running 8 seconds back of that group, and a big gap, 41 seconds to Barbanets, the Ukraine, who started 13th. Lisa Hauser, Austria, started 17th, has already moved into 7th. Dahlmeier now, chasing. Dorothea Wierer in tow. There you see the medals, top 4 competitors, Dorin Habert and Dahlmeier and Eckhoff. Dorothea Wierer has looked very fast this season, but as of late, on the North American stop and here, Wierer not quite skiing at the pace that we saw her earlier in the year when she took 3 victories. She's so fast on the shooting range, however, as Dorin Habert comes through 2.6 kilometers at 8 minutes and 35 seconds. Dahlmeier 7 seconds back, losing 3 seconds to Dorin Habert since the shooting range. Dunkley running 14 back. She's the only one gaining on the leader. So Dunkley is the fastest on the skis so far this loop, as Dahlmeier, Eckhoff, and Wierer settle in and lose a little bit of time to Dorin Habert. The question for Dunkley, do you get on the back of the group and try to hang with them, or do you ski your own race? Dorin Habert is all by her lonesome at the front, putting time on everybody but Dunkley. Dunkley, a Vermont native, skied for the Dartmouth Big Green in college. Both she and Hannah Dreisigacker were college skiing teammates in NCAA college skiing in the U.S. Dunkley finished 4th in her senior season at those championships in cross country against many American and European skiers on scholarship, and then decided to give biathlon a try after a recruiting camp, and the rest is history. In just a few short years, I think it was 3 years in the sport, Dunkley finished 5th at the World Championships in individual, and now is in the top 5 again, chasing the lead pack of the German skier, the Norwegian, the Frenchwoman in the lead, and Italian Dorothea Wierer. Eckhoff looking comfortable just to sit on Laura Dahlmeier. Wierer remains to be seen what her ski fitness is like. She's so far doing the job of hanging with the 3 chasers, Dorin, Eckhoff, and Dahlmeier. Kirill Eckhoff, just 25 years of age from Trondheim. 8 total podiums, and she's already a world champion at 25. Took Dorin Habert 28 years to win her first world championship title. That was last year in Portugal, where she doubled in the sprint and the pursuit. So the defending champion, after 1 shooting stage, leads in the same event a year later. So tense moments as these world championships mean just quite a bit more than a regular World Cup stop. You hang on to the world champion title forever. Carries a little more gravitas. Dorin Habert now to shoot again from the prone position. Pursuers already on the shooting range. No room for error from any of these women if they want to win the gold. And if there's an error, it's got to be equal with the others. Dunkley lays down as well. Dorin Habert starts with a hit. There's a little bit of a gap on Wierer. Wierer is very fast on the draw, though, in the shooting. A miss from Eckhoff. A miss looks like maybe a miss from Wierer. Wierer skipped the target. Dorothea Wierer looks like she's got a penalty. Dahlmeier, clean. Eckhoff and Dunkley each with a miss. Dorin Habert, perfect from the shooting range from the second time. Dunkley hits 4 for 5 and leaves the range. But the leaders are getting away. It's going to be Dorin Habert from France. Dahlmeier following by 8.2 seconds. Still the bronze medal up for grabs. Nearing the halfway mark. Sokolova with a penalty in the first shooting stage. Trying to get back in this race. 27 seconds elapsed and Wierer finally comes through in third. Eckhoff fourth, 31.9 back. Clean shooting for Varvanets from the Ukraine. Sokolova with another miss, uncharacteristic of her. Vitkova, her teammate, though, is clean. Vitozzi with a miss. Price, Hildebrandt, Irlova, all perfect from the second shooting stage. Dunkley comes through 42.6 seconds back in fifth for the United States. Makarainen, who missed from the first stage, is clean the second time around. A minute now to seventh. Vitkova seventh. Price eighth. Vindrushna ninth. Hildebrandt 10th. Things getting spread out already as we approach the halfway mark. In the lead, the defending champion. Perfect shooting on the day for both her and Laura Dahlmeier. She leads by 8 seconds over Dahlmeier. The shooting of Dorin Habert revisited here. Let's take a look. Center right. No real close misses at all. The French are celebrating so far a lead in the medal count with the number of golds. Norway has an advantage on them on a number of medals. Back out to the high point. She's been leading since the end of the first shooting. She's clean for a second time. Your leader, Marie Dorin Habert. By 8.2 seconds at the end of the shooting range. Remember, Laura Dahlmeier has yet to lose a pursuit competition that she has started this season. She sits in a perfect spot, 9.2 seconds back. Not so far that she can't catch up. She doesn't need to do it right now. Just needs to keep the gap achievable. And she's proven that she can have a blistering final lap if she keeps it under control. And that's a good strategy for the moment. Then chasing for the bronze, Wierer and Eckhoff, a second apart, 32 and 33 seconds back respectively. We have not seen Gabriela Sokolova figure into this competition. She had trouble on the shooting range. 4 penalties already for Sokolova. She sits in 26th position after just 2 stages. So Sokolova, the world number 1, not figuring into this pursuit competition the way we expected. Marie Dorin Habert continues to lead. She is a world championship specialist because with just 3 wins in her career, 2 of those are at the world championships. And she added a silver medal yesterday in the sprint competition. Talk about clutch, big performance. But she's only halfway there. No gift wrap medals yet at this stage in the game. 2 more shooting stages. 10 shots total. Just a couple of errant shots, and any one of these athletes could be out of the medal picture. Eckhoff and Wierer going back and forth. Eckhoff deciding that Wierer wasn't skiing fast enough, went by her before the last time check. And then in the background, Susan Dunkley trying to get into the hunt for the first American medal by an American woman. Solid performance in the sprint by Dunkley, but she's already got a penalty on the day from prone. If she can shoot clean and look for misses from the rest of the field, she could write that story for the American public and put it in the American history books as the first ever female world championship medalist. At 47 seconds back in 2 shooting stages, it's still not completely out of the realm of possibility that Dunkley could win, or any of these women in the top 5. It's just looking very much more likely for this woman right here. Dorin into the 3rd shooting stage of 4. She's been perfect so far. Dahlmeier right on her heels. Habert to hang on to the lead. And a miss. Door is wide open for Dahlmeier. Can she be perfect on the pursuits for the year? She had to hear it. Dahlmeier starts with a hit. No rush for Dahlmeier. She just has to hit the targets now to take the lead. Another miss for Dorin Habert. The door is wide open. The topsy-turvy world of biathlon. We'll see another lead change, and Laura Dahlmeier is clean when she needs to be. She's going to have a cushion because Dorin Habert will have 50 seconds, nearly a minute of penalty loops. About 48 seconds. Eckhoff starts with a hit. Wierer has a miss. She'll go to the penalty loop. Door open for Dunkley now for a medal as Eckhoff is 3 for 3. 4 for 4 for Eckhoff. Dahlmeier through the time check, and Eckhoff has a penalty. Dunkley has a penalty. 2 misses for Dunkley, and she resettles her thoughts. Vitkova now with a chance at a medal. All these athletes still with a chance at a medal. Dunkley will have 2 trips around the shooting range. She'll have 3. Vitkova with 1 miss so far. Preuss could find herself on the podium. Still 35 seconds past, and Dahlmeier is the only one who have gone through the time check. Here comes the time of Dorin Habert. Or it's Wierer in second, Dorin Habert in third, but the gap is 40 and 42 seconds. Laura Dahlmeier, with nerves of steel under world championship pressure, takes the lead by 2 penalty laps. And a race now for the medals as athlete upon athlete coming apart at the seams in the first standing shoot. Shooting conditions look fine. I think it's just the pressure and knowing that the medals are up for grabs. Eckhoff is 4th, Hildebrandt running 5th, 14 seconds back of 4th. Then Barbanets of Ukraine. Sukolova finally clean in the 3rd stage after 4 misses out of the first 10 shots. Pedrushna into 8th, Vitozzi is 7th for Italy. And your top 9. Still, Laura Dahlmeier and Franziska Preuss, the 2 Germans, the only clean shooters. Preuss has moved up from 14th to 9th, but Dahlmeier saw the open door. She took a little extra time to compose herself, and she takes the lead. Dahlmeier was 2nd in this event at last year's World Championships. Now they big cushion and 1 shooting stage and a lap of skiing away from her first World Championship title. The young 22-year-old from Germany has control, and I don't think anybody saw that coming. I certainly didn't. Absolutely flabbergasted at all the misses in the 3rd stage. Hildebrandt. Still nobody through the time check at 6.6 kilometers. Dahlmeier's time still 39 seconds in the lead. She's gaining time. Laura Dahlmeier led by 40 seconds at the last time check, and that has grown already to 49.3. So Dahlmeier clearly showing she had some fitness left in the tank. She was not skiing as fast or anywhere near her limit until she took the lead, and now the gap has grown to nearly 50 seconds. She put 9 seconds on the pursuers from the shooting range to the high point of the course. Has to be careful not to get too excited, not to get overly rambunctious on the skiing yet. It all comes down to this final shooting stage for Dahlmeier. If she wants to ensure a gold medal on her pillow tonight. Lots of experience, however, behind her chasing. Dorothea Wierer has never been world champion. The two chasers right behind her have. Eckhoff yesterday. Who wants it the most? Dahlmeier has to open the door for them, though. Dorothea Wierer has had such a spectacular season, winning 3 times, twice on the podium in this, 3 times on the podium in this event this season. But the gap continues to grow. Dahlmeier showing that she's got the speed on the skis. She's grown the gap to 52 seconds. And Dahlmeier just has to be wise not to over-ski this lead that she has. Come in composed for the final standing stage and ensure that she can close the door on the field. Final little respite into the final shooting stage. The German fans are on their feet. Germany has yet to win a gold at these World Championships. Silver medal in the mixed relay on day 1. And of course, Dahlmeier's bronze yesterday. Final shooting stage for her first ever world champion title. Laura Dahlmeier is 5 shots away, 5 perfect shots away from world champion. Starts with a solid hit. Takes her time. Solid hit again, right in the middle. Solid hit. No pressure at this point. 1 shot left for world championship glory. And she gets it. Laura Dahlmeier will be the 2016 biathlon world champion in the pursuit at just 22 years of age. They've been saying for years, this is the next big star from Germany, and she's going to prove it today with a perfect shooting score, 20 for 20. Laura Dahlmeier wins the world championships. Unofficially, she's got to stay on her feet, but she's going to win with a perfect shooting score. Now the race for the silver, bronze, and the wooden medal of 4th place. Who will it be for silver? Dorin Habert with a miss. Eckhoff starts with a miss. Wierer is 4 for 4. Wierer goes 5 for 5 to claim the silver. Dorin Habert will go into the penalty loop. Eckhoff will go twice. Oh, and Wierer and Dorin Habert get tangled coming out of the shooting range. Eckhoff with a devastating 4 missed shots. Hildebrandt looking for a shot at the bronze for Germany. Wierer will go, Hildebrandt goes clean. Wierer in second. Francesca Hildebrandt out of nowhere may take the bronze if she can get to the time check and around the course fast enough. Can Germany go gold and bronze? Hildebrandt 107 back, but it's good enough for bronze position as she gets chased by Marie Dorin Habert. It's going to be a drag race. Dorin Habert is 6 seconds back for the bronze of Hildebrandt and definitely has the ski speed to close that down. There's 50 seconds gone for the gold. Mäkinen clean, Vitkova clean, Dunkley's 3 for 3. Dunkley's got nothing left to lose after it. So the race for the bronze is all that's left because Dorothea Wierer has a comfortable lead over the third place Hildebrandt and chasing Dorin Habert with 3 misses from the 3rd shooting stage, and she finally cleans. And that is how biathlon works. The pressure mounts and it gets tough. One person who never let the pressure get to her, Laura Dahlmeier. Perfect shooting on the day, leads by 49 seconds. Dorothea Wierer with 2 penalties. We talked about her ski speed. Well, she's got it today. She's got the most penalties of anybody in the top 3, and she's sitting in the silver medal spot. But here, the cool shooting performance of Dahlmeier. High point of the course now. Dahlmeier has Chinese competitor. So Dahlmeier led by 49 seconds at the last time check. .26:58.0, the elapsed time at 8.6K. And she's going to be excited to see that Franziska Hildebrandt is chasing in the bronze medal spot. Dorothea Wierer is away for the silver. Dahlmeier is now, when she crosses the line, will be perfect in the pursuit this year. Every pursuit she has started, she will have won. And there is no doubt in my mind that Laura Dahlmeier right now is the best athlete in the world at this discipline. Franziska Hildebrandt's advantage over Dorin Habert has evaporated. And Hildebrandt coming way back, 10th place, now in trouble to hang on to the bronze. Laura Dahlmeier started slow, shot perfectly, and only got faster. Continues to make time on Dorothea Wierer. Wierer about even with Dahlmeier at the 8.6 kilometer time check, but Dahlmeier's got really nothing to race for. At this point, Wierer is being chased from behind. Dahlmeier goes through 9.3 kilometers all by her lonesome. And the stadium and the World Championship title is in sight for Dahlmeier. While behind, Dorin Habert, waiting for the moment to pounce. Laura Dahlmeier. A coronation of sorts in German biathlon. Such an illustrious history in women's biathlon. The Germans really dominating the sport of biathlon from its Olympic inception in 1992 in Albertville. The likes of Antje Mazurski-Harvey and Uschi Diesel, Andrea Henkel, Martina Glagau, and of course, Magdalena Neuner. Laura Dahlmeier will add her name to the list of biathlon greats in German women's history today on the course and shooting range of Holmenkollen. Dorothea Wierer about to put Italy on the scoreboard in the medal count in silver. Not much of a flag, but it's enough of one. Laura Dahlmeier grabs the flag. So much pressure this young athlete must feel from the adoring biathlon fans in the biathlon crazy nation of Germany. She's got them on their feet today. Germany will take home its first gold medal and world championship title at these world championships in the form of 22-year-old Laura Dahlmeier, world champion in the women's pursuit. Adding to the excitement and the medal count, the Italian Dorothea Wierer holding off a charge of Dorin Habert as Dorin Habert has made her move off the camera and put a gap on Franziska Hildebrandt, so it will not be a double medal podium for Germany, but Franziska Hildebrandt still a strong performance. Italy will get on the board with a silver in the form of Dorothea Wierer, a spectacular season that got a little cold recently, but she comes back for the silver today, despite two misses and a great ski performance. Dorothea Wierer, your silver medalist. And Marie Dorin Habert will be on the podium for the third straight day, proving that she is a world championship performer with a gold on day one, silver on day two, and a bronze today. Franzi Hildebrandt, so good on the shooting range. Perfect shooting for Hildebrandt, or one missed shot for Hildebrandt. She finishes fourth. gets a little bit of a condolences from and congratulations from her world champion Dahlmeier. Pedrushna moved up from 16th to 5th with a single shot missed on the day. Francesca Preuss is 6th with Germany. Then it's Kaisa Mäkäräinen coming across the line for Finland. Mäkäräinen with a 4-miss day on the shooting range. Vitkova in 8th for the Czech Republic. She missed 3. Yulia Jima moves from 31st all the way up to 9th for Ukraine. Susan Dunkley drops to 10th. Another top 10 performance for Dunkley despite 4 misses. So a solid ski performance and another day of her scratching her head thinking what might have been had it not been for that disastrous 3-miss third shooting stage. But still, nonetheless, Dunkley posting some of the best American performances in the history of the sport at these World Championships with an 8th and 10th back-to-back in the sprint and pursuit. Beskan, Sukalova, Beskan, Vitosi, 11th through 13th, Barbanets, Chevalier, and Olsbu all across the line. I really like Olsbu for the future of Norway, and Tiril Eckhoff finishes up with a horrendous shooting performance. 7 total penalties, 4 of them in the final stage. The pressure for Eckhoff, just too much. She'll still look fondly back at her gold yesterday, but today will leave a little bit of a sour taste in her mouth as those 7 misses drop her from 1st all the way down to 12th. Sharbatova of Czech Republic into 18th. 19th goes to Birkeland of Norway. He moved up to 42nd. And Laura Hauser, Austria in 20th. Yurlova and Bryson a photo finish for 21st and 22nd. Fialkova of Slovakia moves from 49th to 23rd. Solomdal for Norway 24th. Vizhnevskaya of Kazakhstan 25th. Akimova of Russia 26th. Rosanna Crawford, the top Canadian on the day, finishes 27th, moving up 2 places from her start position at 29th. Zheduk from Austria into 28th. Wojnisz of Poland 29th. Her teammate right behind her at 30th. Karin Oberhofer moves from 36th to 31st on the finish. Anderson of Sweden, 32nd. Haki of Switzerland, 33rd. Tang of China, 34th. Usanova of Kazakhstan, 35th. And Hannah Dreisagacker, who started 18th, but 4 penalties dropped her to 36th on the day as the King looks on. And the remainder of the field comes across the finish line. We will be honoring and wrapping up Day 3 of competition for these World Championships with the flower ceremony coming up right after all the competitors are across the line. 60 competitors on the start list. 38 now across the line is Virolainen, Gordanova, and Brorsen. Mona Brorsen drops from 6th all the way to 39th with 7 penalties on the day. That was, considering Brorsen had never finished in the top 10 and finished 6th yesterday, it's a lot to ask of a young biathlete, 25 years of age from Sweden, to go to maintain her position from 6th spot, having never done anything like that in her career prior. And that shows you just how tough this sport is, to be 6th one day and be 39th the next. Hoffman of Austria, 41st. Julia Ransom of Canada, 42nd. Scardino of Belarus, 43rd. Tachizaki of Japan, 44th. Laukkanen of Finland, 45th, as we get a recap of Laura Dahlmeier manifesting what everybody has been saying for the last couple of years. Congratulations all the way around as Germany has their first world champion from the 2016 Biathlon Worlds. More finishers coming to the finish line. Kadurish of Switzerland into 51st place. Dubrazeva of Belarus in 52nd. 53rd goes to Fialkova. 54th to Andrea Mali, longtime competitor for Slovenia. Her teammate Erzin in 55th. So much pressure these German athletes feel. Dahlmeier at just 22. Already 2 years on the World Cup. It started at age 20 to have some success. And it takes time in the sport of biathlon to solidify into a champion athlete, as you see the recap of Dorothea Wierer nearly being taken down by Dorin Habert. Dorothea Wierer with some words for her. Sort of a sassy athlete is Wierer, very good-natured, but she'll be quick to tell you if she's not happy with you, and she was not happy with Dorin Habert. I think it was less of bad intentions and more looking down as putting the pole straps on. As number 45 now comes towards the finish line, that's Yan Zhang of China. The two Chinese athletes on the start of this pursuit competition as they prepare for their post-Olympics in Beijing in 6 years' time. Final results. Laura Dahlmeier, with a perfect shooting and perfect skiing, takes the win and world championship title. Dorothea Wierer, silver medal. Dorin Habert, despite 3 misses, hangs on to the bronze. Gabriela Sukalova only able to muster an 11th place finish with 5 penalties on the day. Rounding out the rest of the field, Rosanna Crawford from Canada, amongst the English-speaking top competitors behind Susan Dunkley, who finished 10th. Hannah Dreisigacker, 36th. Julia Ransom, 42nd. The day wrapping up, day 3, saw big lead changes, big swings,